Bob, His Holiness Bob, he loved tea too much. He liked it. You can see Abdul says, oh, I forgot, I made a mistake. He says that. I forgot, I put these things somewhere, that's why it rotted, this and that. He says, I said, the cause, they could have 2 votes, but later on I was afraid that others, they come and say that we're big, we need more votes. So he's talking about all of that, and it just seems very human. The reason is this, that, try to understand, I don't know, I can't elucidate it more than this. If you're talking to a cat, when a cat trying to respond, what do you think cat knows of you? As much as his brain is. The limit of the cat is the final limit, and that much he can register from you. He can't understand that you think you built this house. None of that. The cathood does not allow him, or dog, or anybody. So all he sees is another animal. Friendly, give him food and everything else, but it's another animal. We people, we deal with the prophets of God the same way, because they are human too. I explained that before. So look, he's just like us. He's married, he's this and that and that and that. What could it be any different? Because the limit that we have as a human, we cannot comprehend anymore. Therefore, we say they're human. They're not. Abdul says, even when Baha'ullah says to a person, how are you doing? There's difference in him talking to others. It has a different, everlasting influence on that person. He will be affected for his life, for just shaking the hand of Baha'u'llah. It's different. So, the limit of a human being, of humanity, should not limit us from understanding a higher being. That's where we make mistakes. Then, of course, they talk about the other things about their science and the knowledge. They say, what is this knowledge of God? First of all, you have to know, the knowledge of God in Baha'u'llah is a very limited amount relevant to our need. God is not going to reveal physics and chemistry to Baha'u'llah. Why? Because others are doing it. It's meaningless. God is not competition with us. Says, you brought Einstein, I'm going to bring a bigger one. Not at all. In fact, many places when Baha'u'llah saw somebody else is talking and telling the things, Baha'u'llah would keep quiet and didn't say nothing. It happened with Nabil Akbar, who used to be the professor in the first university in Iran. They were visiting Baha'u'llah, and Baha'u'llah, as they start to talk, Nabil jump and explains, trying to say to others, what prophet? I can answer your questions. And Baha'u'llah didn't say nothing. He actually served them tea and everything. He was listening. Then on the, I don't know, 3rd day, 4th day, other question comes up, and Nabil couldn't answer. And Baha'u'llah kept looking and says, he can't. Then slowly Baha'u'llah started to answer the questions. Nabil says, I went to the hallway and banged my head to the wall that why did I think that Baha'u'llah doesn't know? Okay, so the knowledge of Baha'u'llah is limited to what we want. God is not going to reveal, chemistry, physics, science, this and that. No. Essentially, what he says, it makes sense. He's after the significance, after the meaning of the words. Not so much the words. What the word carries, the purpose. So, if you want to bring a meaning for somebody, what do you have to do? You have to use language. But God is not the creator of languages. We use. We make the languages. These languages are, some of them are great, some of them are low. So, Baha'u'llah has to use our invention, which is our language, to bring the meaning and the purpose and the science and the knowledge, what we don't know. In this case, this is again the misunderstanding happens. Some people, they say that Why did Bob in his writing introduce the letter che in the Arabic language? Because Arabic language does not have letter che as in chair. Bob says it's fine. I can pronounce che. Just add it to the Arabic language. They told him then it's not Arabic. He said, so fine, call it a new language. Or Baha'ullah, when he talks to Pope in Arabic, he uses the word P as in Peter. Pope, he says, oh Pope. Well, Arab, they don't have P, they have B. So to the Pope, they say Bob or Bob for the Pop. I was even in Egypt. They can't say pound, they say bound. So Baha'u'llah used P in the Arabic language. They said, oh, you don't know Arabic, they tell him that. You change the Arabic language. He said, Baha'u'llah, I'm not speaking Arabic language in particular. I'm trying to bring a meaning to you. So whatever changes that's required, I will make. I can't follow your method of speaking. I'm trying to speak to you for your understanding, but I'm not follower of your method. So this causes also the problem that some people say that their knowledge, is this or that or that. No. Tarzan in jungle, eagle can see better than him. Monkey can jump better than him. Horse can run better than him. But Tarzan is a human, is higher than him because he can talk and think. Human beings are the same way. Surely somebody, a physicist and a chemistry and a doctor and whatnot, in their department, they could say things that Baha'u'llah does not say because he's not commissioned to do those things. That would be a competition with human beings otherwise. Because man is able to do those things. There are things man cannot do. There are millions and billions of people that are fighting and they don't have a center to gather them around, to unite them. Baha'u'llah says that's my job. Right now there are Baha'is all over the world from different creeds, from different this and that and that. They're all Baha'is. Otherwise in their own religions they would never get along. Muslims and Christians, Iranians and Arabs and Canadian and Scotsman, and the Baha'i faith, they're all sitting in the same table. So the biggest manifestation of the power of God is that those things that he says, the power of influence, that he can just unite everyone, nobody else can. So I had to say some of these things in order to explain one of the denizens, one of the residents, which is the main one, the most conspicuous one, very vivid, with Baha'u'llah. Not to see Baha'u'llah, you must be blind. It's like not to be able to see the sun. But if there is some fainted star, my God, so many light years away, of course people can't see it. They need binoculars and this and that to know. To recognize me is very difficult because I'm small. But Baha'u'llah is big, you don't see him, you have a problem, with your eyesight. Spiritually, for sure, you're going to born in that next life blind if you don't see him. You have to be able to see that and hear him and all those jazz. But other people can get in. That's the whole purpose of the revelation. That is the same station that Baha'u'llah calls it here, Fourth Valley explained it too. We call it the spirit of faith. Christ says exactly the same thing. He says, I am Son of God, but I want you, just like me, to become sons of God. See? He says that I want you to become like me. I've come for this here. So this likeness to the prophet of God is written in every book. Even in the Torah said, the book of Moses, Old Testament. God has made man unto himself, like himself. which means we have to realize who we are and tap and activate who really, really we are. And the door is open for everyone. So a specific manifestation is Baha'ullah, the Bab, Abdul Baha and Showi Effendi. They are born with that capacity. We have to install that capacity from them into our system. And once we install their words, then we can activate it. Okay? We also become manifestation of God. A general manifestation of God, not in a specific one. It's like a photocopy of the original. Yes, we can bring the words of God uttered by ourselves, strange enough sometimes not knowingly. Yes. So in the next topic, I'm going to talk about the mechanism of prophecy. How would prophet of God know the future? No one knows. People can, see and dream illusions or something, but they know it if they want to know. If they're meant to know, if it's related to their mission, they would know. I'm going to mention some of the things that Baha'u'llah did say happen already. And the thing that he's going to say is going to happen. And I'm going to be talking about what he told me. Those are nasty predictions. I'm warning you right now. This is the part. He says that if they ever said it, they will be nailed on the cross. So I might get killed for what I'm going to be saying in the next few chapters. Is there the prediction that is going to happen to you, to all of you on the planet? If you want to listen, of course, it's up to you. How can you change it, though? It is very, 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 very hard at this time to do. But I am the final warning. And after this, if mankind doesn't grasp it, then let it be. Those who hear me in the next few days, if you have accepted it, if you believed it, if you were somehow connected to know it, go tell to those who have the power. Go tell them. Because an imminent danger is following you. Big one, people. Big one, big one. Nothing that have you ever seen on this planet. Okay, I will be talking about that, hopefully, in the next few days. For now, time is 12:57, 1 o'clock, and today is 30th of June. May God and Baha'u'llah be with all of you. Good morning.